All right, perfect. So all of you should have gotten a notice that it's recording now. So let's go ahead and go to this next slide. This is how to create a space for distance learning straight from your home. Like I mentioned earlier, I know all of us are at home and you might not have the best space to go and study, but you can create your own space, right? So as you can see here, this little infographic, number one, it says pick a spot. Just a simple spot. Hopefully you can create this spot if you don't currently have a spot. Just a spot dedicated for school where you're able to concentrate and there's enough lighting. So that's like one of the main key things is just lighting, because lighting, believe it or not, like it helps. If you're in a dark room, you're not gonna have any type of motivation to try to get some work done. But
Yeah.
if you have the right light on, then it gives you some more motivation to like, okay, let's get things done. Number two, make seating area unique to your child, or of course to yourself. Make sure the seat is comfortable and you limit the clutter around your space and on the seat, because the seat that you're currently sitting on like does count. You don't want your back to start hurting after some time. And I know I can't afford a fancy chair, so sometimes just get a pillow and put it behind your back on that same chair, and I mean that helps. Or just get up and stretch from time to time. Number three, somewhere close to a power source. Again, that goes back to number one of picking a spot. You do need power for your laptop or printer or whatever else you're using it for. Number four, supplies, making sure you have your headphones, pencils, pens, notebook, paper, any other supplies like staplers, hole punchers. But again, the main things that you really need is just your laptop, since that's what you mainly are doing your homework on. But yeah, just make sure that you have that power source. And then last but not least, hang a schedule and important notes around you. I know in my workspace, I have my desk, and right to my right-hand side, I have my calendar. And that's where I write down all of my notes, any meetings I have coming up, if I need any homework assignments. And yeah, and I can show you, look, let me just move my computer. The calendar is right there. It's right to my right-hand side, so it's a good pointer. I see Angelica's holding up her calendar. Great. Miss S is holding up her calendar. But yeah, these are just some quick study tips to just create your space at home. If anybody wants to add or has any questions, you can feel free to do that now. All right. So now that we're talking about studying tips and, tutoring, and I mentioned Mr. Corbin earlier, we actually started doing tutoring now. So this is the perfect time for all of you to take advantage of ETS and its tutoring availability. We're going to start, it's every Monday through Friday, so it's every single day. And it's from 1 to 5 p.m. If you're not meeting with Corbin, you will meet with two of our other tutors, which their names are Emma and Stephanie. They do work in the other school districts, but they're still tutors and they're still there to help you. So as you can see on this flyer, it says where, and it says Cranium Cafe. We're going to talk a little bit more about what that is in the next couple of slides, but just want to let all of you know that tutoring has started and it is now available for all of you if you need help with any homework assignments or projects that you might have, or any tests that are coming up. And then side note, we still have the Got It photo study app, which I see that Brian's on here, and Brian usually uses Got It all the time. If Brian, you want to add some comments on what Got It is and how it has helped you, feel free to do that. But if not, Got It is an app where you're able to just take a picture of like your homework assignment, send it in, someone will respond. So there's a live tutor 24/7 helping you out with whatever you need. It is mainly with math and science. I think that's it. If there's any more subjects, feel free to add, Ruby. But from my awareness, it's really quick, really simple, and it's easy to use. So that's another resource right there for all of you to use, okay?
Yeah, it's mostly math and science, guys, but definitely use this. I tried it out myself, and we would use it after school when we were in school. And it was really cool. A lot of the students like using it because you get to actually talk with people, and they'll respond to you right away, and they'll help you break each problem of your each step of your problem down, and they make sure that you understand it. And if you don't, then they'll send you practice problems until you guys get it. And this is a free app that you guys get to have for being in ETS. So please take advantage of it. It is for you guys to use as much as you want.
Any questions so far? Quick check-in? No, everyone's good? Okay. All right, we have some self-care tips that Ms. S will be talking to you all about right now.
Awesome. So we do want to talk about self-care because as a lot of you guys have mentioned, it's a little bit, confusing time. It can be a little bit stressful. And we want to encourage you guys to always take care of yourselves, that your mental health is good, that you guys are moving, that you guys are drinking water, that you guys are in a good state of mind. And so we want to share a couple of tips with you guys. So just to clarify, self-care is a practice of taking an active role in protecting one's own well-being and happiness during a period of stress. And so we're living in this pandemic, so this is a period of stress. So we definitely want to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves. And so we want to share a couple of tips. First one, play with your pet. Sarah showed her dog, right? So make sure that you're cuddling with them, that you're there with them, that you're playing with them. Honestly, that's super relaxing, and it relieves a lot of stress. When I was in college, they would bring puppies during midterm season, and they would bring their puppies so that way we could all just play with a bunch of puppies and just have like a nice distraction, because it was therapeutic. And so if colleges are doing this, you guys know it's good. So you guys got to do it. Go, even if you don't have a dog or whatever pet you have, engage with them. Listen to music. That's always really great. To just kind of zone out, listen to some music and relax with whatever type of music that you guys like. Dance while you have your music on. Do some workouts while you're listening to that music. Definitely another way that you can make sure that you're okay. We also encourage you guys to meditate. Take some time to just sit, think, or not think, depending on how you want to go about it. You can meditate on your life, or you can just have that like quiet meditation time, but definitely some time to yourselves. Writing in a journal, get a book, and if it helps, write down what you do each day and something that you're grateful for that day. To that way, like a day that you're stressed, you can look back at your journal and see, well, you know what? I actually had a pretty good week. I got up this day and I got a good grade on my test. And you can look through and see all your successes and kind of bring some peace to yourselves during extra stressful times. And the last one is to exercise. We're used to being on campus, walking around, moving around, going from class to class with 6-7 periods. And now we're at home and we're just kind of put in one space all the time. So we definitely encourage you guys to exercise, to move, not just for your health, but also for your well-being, to step outside, go get some fresh air, social distance, of course, and wear your mask, but go walk around your block, get a little change of scenery. That's always really great, and it helps relieve some of that stress. And some 5 main tips would also be to get some sleep. Make sure that you guys are sleeping. I know that our sleep schedules tend to get crazy right now, that some of you guys might be sleeping at 3 a.m. and waking up at 7 for your classes, because my brother's always telling me, you know what, I have a test tomorrow at 7 a.m. I'm just going to not sleep the whole night. And that's not healthy. Don't do that, guys. Make sure that you guys are getting some sleep, because that's really, really important. It helps you grow and develop normally. You guys are teenagers and you guys need to take care of your bodies because they're growing. So make sure that you guys are sleeping, and that you guys are maintaining your health. Focus on your strengths. So take time to think about what you're good at and ways to do more of those things. By focusing on and building on your strength, you can keep your stressors in perspective. So definitely encourage you guys to do that. Do things that make you happy. So find activities or hobbies that make you happy. So if that's like playing with your dog, if that's listening to music, meditating, do those things that make you happy and incorporate them into your life. Set some time apart. You know what? At 1:30, when I'm off of school, I need to go exercise. Do it. Make sure that you guys are setting those time frames in your lives and in your calendars, so that way you guys are taking care of yourself. Again, exercise. Exercise takes our mind off stress and releases chemicals in our brains that make us feel better. This can be from anything from taking a stroll in the park to a downhill bike ride or basketball games, not with friends, but with family. So we got a social distance, right? And then talk to someone. So things like this, right? We want to make sure that you guys are communicating with one another, because it can be hard to manage stress alone. So talk to a parent, talk to a teacher, talk to a trusted adult about your problems, and they may be able to help find ways to manage your stress. So make sure that you guys are connecting with people. You don't have to do life alone. Even though we are virtual, you still have all this support here. So make sure that you guys are communicating with your friends, with us, with your teachers. Don't do this by yourself. You guys have a bunch of support, and we are here to support you guys. Does anybody have anything you guys want to add? If not, we're gonna go ahead and, oh, go ahead, sir. I saw your mic on mute. No, you're good? Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and actually do some self-care, because we said it's important. So we're actually gonna put it into practice. So you guys can either answer these on the chat, or you guys can unmute yourselves, however you guys wanna do it. But again, we want us to be taking care of ourselves, and we're gonna start now. So we're gonna do home edition. So this is a this or a that. So I'm gonna say either afternoon nap or early bedtime, and you guys say which one you want, yeah, or which one you prefer to do. So again, first one, afternoon nap or early bedtime. You guys can put it on the comment below or unmute yourselves.
Afternoon nap.
Afternoon.
2 naps. We're 2 for naps. And we got early bedtime, early bedtime, early bedtime. 3, 3, 4, 4 for afternoon nap. 3 for early bedtime. All right, guys. So it seems like we are more prone to take naps. So that's good. Make sure that you guys are doing that for your self-care. All right, next one. Time with family or time with friends? Which one do you guys prefer? Time with family, time with friends?
Time with friends, because friends are more positive.
All right. So we got one friends. We got on the chat another friends. 1 for family. 3, 4 for friends.
Family.
Family, family. All right. All right. Who's going to be the winner for this one? We have 4 for friends, 5 for family. All right, guys, since we are running down with a little bit of time, we're going to go ahead and cut through some of them. And we're going to do video games or board games. I'm kind of interested in that one.
Board games.
We got 1 for board games. 2 for board games. We got 2 for board games. All right, we got 1 for video games for Fortnite. All right, video games, video games. So it's kind of a, oh no, we're winning with video games. Awesome. All right. So it looks like you guys like to video game more. So if anybody is on Fortnite and you guys want to play with Sarah, or you guys want to play together, you guys can go ahead and add that on the chat right there. And you guys can actually, that's another way that you can self-care and hang out with your friends. So definitely encourage that one. Not sure what kind of video games you guys are into, but I know Fortnite's on there. If anybody else has any cool suggestions, drop them if you guys want to. Only if you guys want to. All right. Do you guys want to do one more? Should we move to the next one? All right, let's do one more. So we got, I'm gonna choose, because we just talked about them, we're gonna do exercise or meditate. Let's see how many of us are either exercising or meditating, or you might want to try it.
Exercise.
All right, we got one exercise.
Meditate.
Meditate, we got one for meditate. All right, we're at 4 exercise, 1 meditate. I can't decide. Okay, so we'll go 1 and 1. Haha. So we got 5 for exercising and 2 for meditating. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for participating. Definitely want to hear that you guys are taking these self-care ideas into place, that we are trying new things. And maybe if you voted for exercise, now you're going to try meditating just to kind of see what it's about. So thank you guys. You guys are doing awesome. Let's keep at it. All right, so we're going to transition into career exploration. I think this was me, right? All right, guys. So we're gonna move on. We're gonna give a little lesson plan for career exploration, just something small, because we know that we're all working really hard in school, and that we're part of this program because we want to have a great career where we can grow and make lots of money. And so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna discuss that just a little bit. So of course, to get to that awesome career that we want and that we're working really hard for, we need to be good students, and we need to make sure that we're working hard on our classes, that we're getting good grades, that we're taking those classes that we need for college or A through G requirements. So definitely want to make sure that we're doing that. Developing good study habits. So that's really important. We have tests all the time. We need to make sure that we're actually grasping that information. I know that it's a little bit difficult right now with everything that's going on, but develop those good study habits. Make sure you're writing in your calendar, that you're doing your homework, you're doing your school assignments, your projects, that you're up to date with those, because we need those good grades so that we can move to college, and that we can move to college and get those careers that we want. But it definitely takes a lot of work, right? So again, I know that it's a little bit tricky because we are virtual, but I do want to encourage you guys that when you guys are in high school, and even if they offer some in middle school, explore more interesting courses that your school has to offer. So for example, there was a time in my life when I wanted to be a nurse, and I thought about it for like a split second, and I took a physiology class, and it was really, really interesting. I really liked it. And it was a cool way to gain some knowledge and kind of go see if that was a path that I was interested in. But I definitely want to encourage you guys to take some courses, try them out, get some new knowledge, see if that's something that you like, or maybe it's something that you don't like, so that you can move on from it or continue growing in it. Get involved in extracurricular activities. So again, I know it's a little bit tricky, but see what's offered virtual. There are a lot of stuff that are being offered virtual. Everybody just transitioned those programs virtually. So look into them, see what they're offering, see what your school is offering. ETS is actually holding this really cool STEM program. So look into it, see what you're doing. Maybe you're kind of interested in engineering and you're not sure, but hey, ETS is offering this really cool robotics program. Let me sign up for that, so that way I can grow more in that and see if that's something that I really love. So I definitely encourage you guys to be doing stuff like that. and identify several career areas that might interest you. So like I said, I thought that nursing might be something that I was interested in, but that wasn't the only thing that I was trying out for or trying to explore. I also took other classes outside, did extra activities outside, so that way I can kind of get a more broad understanding of what's out there, and I could go for more for what I wanted. As you guys can see, nursing was actually not on the table for me, and that's okay, but that's why I took those classes, so I could see what was it that was interesting for me. So I definitely encourage you guys to do that. Also, again, explore other opportunities, and talk to adults, talk to other adults and ask them, what do they like about their job? What don't they like about their job? What is some key factors that might help you identify if that's what you want? I know that when I was thinking about being a teacher, I talked to a lot of teachers. I was like, hey, how do you like it? What's something that you don't like about this job? And they give you really, really cool knowledge. You'd be surprised how open all of these people are to share about their job, especially if it's something that they love. They're just gonna go on and on and on and talk to you about all the awesome things about it. And maybe for you, you'll be like, you know what? Yeah, that does sound really awesome. I'm gonna continue on this path. And then now you have mentors that will help guide you during that. Or it might be the opposite and be like, you know what? Those were some things that I didn't really love. I'm gonna pass and move somewhere else. So definitely want to encourage you guys to be doing that. Send emails, connect, talk to your parents and counselors about your plans, and maybe they might have some great advice to give with you guys too. Read some books, magazines, anything online, watch some cool YouTube videos. You can search on YouTube, like, what does a firefighter do? And you'll be surprised all the videos that you can see, like firefighters actually doing their job, and you can see if that's something that you'd like to do. So I definitely want to encourage you guys to be using all this awesome knowledge and data that's out there in the internet, and find out what you like. And I did add a little link right here of a test that you guys can do. So it's mynextmove.org. It's really, really cool because it'll ask you questions like, do you like doing this or do you like doing that? And then it'll break it down based on like your responses. What would be the best job for you? How much they make? How many classes you need to take? How many years in college you need to spend? So it's really, really great. And it's not questions like, oh, do you like running into fires and saving people? It's not any questions like that. It's like a real test to see what your personality is like. So I definitely want to encourage you guys to take that. If you're kind of lost and you have no idea what you want to do, start there. That's a really great starting point. And then from there, you can see who you reach out to, or you can see what activities you can participate in. So definitely want to encourage you guys to do that. Any questions in this area?
Yes, well said, Ruby. Thank you for that. I just want to add and highlight the YouTube part. I know right now we are in a virtual environment, and so much more information is going on online, like more than ever before, because everyone's working from home, everyone's doing school from home, so everything's a lot more easily accessible. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, I put the website that Ms. S just mentioned right now in the chat, just in case any of you want to copy and paste that for later, okay? Any questions so far? How's everybody doing? Quick check-in. Everyone still with us? Thumbs up. Yay, nay. How's everyone doing? Thumbs up, thumbs up. Okay. Awesome, awesome. I see some thumbs. Awesome. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and transition now to Cranium Cafe. I know you all heard me mention that we're gonna talk about Cranium Cafe and what the cafe actually meant a little later throughout this PowerPoint. Well, here we are now, Cranium Cafe and what it is. So to sum it all up, this is where all of us will be having our meetings now. Remember when we used to call you out of class with a call slip, you used to come meet us in the counseling office or our little small room. Well, now we have Cranium Cafe to do it all virtually. All of you should already have an account. You should have received the information through your email or your school email or the email you provided to us when you first signed up for the program. But if not, If you do not have access or you have not received any information or anything of that nature, all you need to do is I'll go ahead and send you guys the link in the chat. Go to this website, type in your school email, select forgot password, and then that way you can go ahead and reset your password and create that account now, because this is how you all will have access to all of us after today. This is where you'll schedule a meeting. And as you can see, there's a link for Miss S and also for myself for you to schedule that meeting. I know I sent it out on Remind, so I'm sure my students received it. So let me show you guys all a quick video just so you can have more of a clear idea of what Cranium Cafe actually is. And yeah, I would explain it a little bit much more in depth compared to what I am saying now, because I'm learning with you guys. So we're in this together, okay? Let me just go ahead and play this.
To help you set up Cranium Cafe is a tool to help you set up face-to-face online meetings with classmates, professors, tutors, mentors, and advisors. Today's students are busier than ever, so it's hard to coordinate face-to-face interactions with everyone on your academic support team. Cranium Cafe is activated through your Canvas course page and allows you to meet with anyone on the class roster, including the professor or TA. Let's say you want to interact with your classmates, but not all your classmates. Just like with an instant messenger, you can choose who you're comfortable meeting with. A green light indicates who's online and available to meet. An online cafe meeting has all the benefits of meeting in person. If you're working on a class project with another student, you can upload a document so you can both see and mark it up, flip between different pages, and between different documents. You can even screen share with your classmate to make live changes of documents together. After your meeting ends, you'll get a prompt asking if you want to save the meeting in your archive for later review. When your archive storage fills up, you can download the meetings you want to save onto your computer, then delete the meetings in your archive to free up storage. With the Cafe Scheduler, you can easily set up your hours and schedule meetings. Instead of rushing to catch your professor's office hours, now you can check your professor's cafe hours to see when you can meet. Without the stress of rushing to or from campus, you can still have a productive one-on-one discussion with your professor from the comfort of your own home or wherever you are, and you save valuable time. This product was made with your needs in mind. Let us know how you use Cranium Cafe and what you would like to see. Until next time, we'll see you in the cafe.
Okay, so I do want to just mention that Miss S and myself would be the professors in this case scenario. As you can see in the video, you won't be scheduling an appointment with the professor, but you'll be scheduling it with your advisor or counselor. So like I said, once you do set up the account, reset your password, you just go on there and you can schedule an appointment with myself or Miss S at whatever time is most convenient for you. Because we know that all of you are still taking classes and have to log on to Google Classroom and do assignments. But we also want to let you know that we are here to still give you guys any advising sessions or information, or if you guys just have more questions or concerns, then we can just set up an appointment and we can go ahead and have a conversation about it. Does anybody have any questions about it? I know you don't necessarily need to understand all the cafe right now, but this is just an introduction of what we will be using.
When are we gonna use it?
Sarai, so after today, we can start using it. I sent the link on Remind. You can set up an appointment with me now if you want for after tomorrow. But yeah, we start using it now.
Is it an app you have to download?
No, you don't need to download. It's not an app. It's just a website where you have to create an account.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you just have to go in, put forgot my password, and then boom, you guys can like update your picture. You can add any like information that you want like on your profile. It's just like an easier way for us to communicate, and you can see our calendars when we're available and when we're not. So hopefully it's smooth for everyone and it's a nice transition.
Yeah, good question, Sarai. And yeah, like Ms. S just mentioned, like you can just request us at any time and it's there at your convenience. Any other final questions before I move on to the next slide? All right, so we are coming a little bit closer to the end. I know it is already 4:30. We don't want to keep you guys here all day, but we do have some important information right here in front of you of some upcoming events for those that are interested. I'm going to talk about the STEAM camp first. So we have a trio STEAM or slash STEM camp that ETS is having for all the students. This camp is absolutely free. It does require every Saturday and 10 to 12 p.m., which would be a little bit of your mornings every Saturday starting October 24th for you to join. But let me tell you this, the STEAM camp is literally going to be for all the students that kind of are interested or have some curiosity in science, technology, engineering, arts, or math. We will be doing a lot of hands-on activities. You will be receiving a home kit received at your doorstep, and where we will be going more into detail about drones, game design, engineering challenges, robotics, and wearable circuits. So there's going to be a lot of hands-on activities, and it's all absolutely free. You are going to be receiving a free kit at your doorstep. And again, it is open to all grade levels. So maybe if you're not interested and your friend is still a part of ETS, you can let your friend know like, hey, or your little brother, little sister, or sibling, cousin, whatever the case might be. And if they're not in Coten and they're still a part of the program, but they're at San Bernardino or Rialto, they can still be a part of the STEAM camp. So this is just here for all of you. If you are interested, if not, feel free to just share it with anybody who might be interested, okay? So that's one of the main upcoming events. Outside of that, you can schedule your advising sessions now, schedule your tutoring sessions now, and that can be set up through Cranium Café, as we just mentioned in the previous slide. I'll send more details, or I'll just keep resending the link of how to schedule the advising sessions to remind, so it can be a little easier for you guys to just click and then go straight to the account. But yeah, you can start doing that today, even after this meeting. Like you guys can just click on that link and you can set that up. All right, and then for my seniors in the chat, I do have some reminders for all of you. FAFSA applications are now open. CSU applications are now open. So make sure you guys can start creating an account to FAFSA, CSUs, UC schools, private schools, all the above. Just start creating an account. You don't necessarily have to submit the application right away. But yeah, there are open. So create an account, start filling it out, and then I can help you with that process. All you have to do is just let me know, and then we'll set up an appointment. I know some of my students were already telling me like, hey, Mr. Garcia, can you help me with this application? But we were waiting for Cranium Cafe, but now that we have that, we can set something up, okay? So just a little FYI, make sure that you start creating accounts and of course start applying at scholarships. I always send them out on Remind. If you're not already on the Remind senior group chat, please add it after, or in the next slide, I'll show you the code, and then make sure you add it right now that I have you here, okay? Okay, any questions so far before we finalize the rest of what we have to say?
So Brian actually sent a question on the chat. He said, if we are going to community college, do we still need to fill out FAFSA?
Can you repeat the question, Ruby? Sorry, I didn't catch that.
So the question was, if we are going to community college, do we still fill out FAFSA?
Yes, Brian. So if you're going to be going to community college, you'll still fill out FAFSA, because FAFSA will still be able to help you out financially with anything you might need, even at a community college. So the answer is yes. Good question, by the way. Does anybody else have any questions?
And Brian says, thank you.
Of course. All right, so if nobody has questions, again, like this is our contact information. You can simply just take a picture from your phone or even just add us on Remind Now. If you don't have us on Instagram, Facebook, or Remind, like I said, all of our Remind codes are on the screen. Just take a picture of them or add us now that you have the chance. That is mainly where we're always sending out information. I know those that have me on Remind, like I'm always consistently sending out messages and I could get a little annoying. Sorry, not sorry. But it's just the way that will be communicating with all of you. And if you ever have questions, that's the best way to get in contact with me as well.
Yeah, so Athena, Alejandro, make sure that you guys are adding Mr. Garcia to get the high school updates. I know that I try to give all the general information on my Remind as well, but there are specific high school information, so make sure you guys are adding him on there. And then Marlene and Angelica, if you guys haven't added me on Remind, add me so you can get those notifications as well. I have one more question from Brian. He said, is there going to be a workshop for all the seniors to help us apply for community colleges?
Brian, I'm sure there is, but as of right now, there's nothing set in stone. I know Bloomington High School usually does have workshops, but as soon as they let me know, I will let you know, okay, Brian? So just keep an eye out for them. I'm hoping that they do. If not, I'll set something up myself.
Awesome. And I did add the STEAM team link on there. So if you guys want to sign up, make sure that you guys click that link. Cranium Café's link is on there as well. And the career link is on there. So if you guys want to see them, those are there. And we can share that out with you guys via Remind and email if you guys want as well.
Perfect. And then before the rest of you leave the room, we're going to just have you guys for attendance purposes. We are going to have you guys sign in really quick. And then after that, if you don't have any questions, thank you guys again for joining us. But do not leave us yet. Let me just go ahead and post the form really fast. That way you guys can fill that out.
Yes, we want to make sure you guys are getting credit for joining in all these ETS activities. And thank you guys for being here. Anybody have any questions while we wait?
Just 1 second, everybody. Okay, so I posted the link. Go ahead and click on that real quick and fill it out. And if you have questions, just let us know. We'll just stick around until all of you have completed that, okay? And Ruby, this would be the good time for us to play that elevator music.
I know, I'm gonna get it so that we can be playing it.
What's the elevator music?
You know how like that super slow music that you hear when you're in the elevator and it's all quiet or it's like playing in the background?
Oh, yeah.
You can actually get like an extension for Zoom where it'll just play elevator music every time there's 3 seconds of quiet. So if you guys want to get it, I'll look up for the name, but it's a fun extension.
Oh, and then I have a question. Are you gonna send it to us on Remind? The things that were sent right now on the chat?
Sarai, which ones? Because I know we posted up a couple of links. I know I will send out the Cranium Cafe link on Remind, the STEAM team link on Remind, and I think
it was Steam. It's because I have a question today. But I forgot the question because like I'm on this phone and I'm only using this phone and I have to go all the way back to ask you and I have to redo everything.
Okay, yeah, I'll post it on Remind, and then once your question comes back up, just let me know. Send me a text message, okay?
Okay, just checking on you.
And Sarai, I know for the school, every time you sign in or anything like that, just make sure you can just put Bloomington High School, because I know you had asked me that question before.
Yeah, I also put the ID number, my old one, like Bloomington, but I wasn't sure if I was supposed to, but it's Bloomington.
Okay. For your email, yeah, just use your personal email.
Yeah. I do. Are we gonna do the elevator music?
Next time,
I don't have the extension yet, but we'll find it or we'll YouTube it. Let's see if we can play some right now.
as soon as you guys are done filling out that form, just let us know. And then again, thank you guys for joining us. We do appreciate it. If you guys need anything, set up your appointments now, tutoring, advising. Follow us on Instagram, Remind. And then that way we can answer all of your questions. Thank you, Gabby. I see that you posted that you were done.
Alrighty, guys. If you guys are good to go, you guys are okay to leave. Thank you guys again for being here. We appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome, and thank you for all your participation. You guys really, really did awesome. So kudos to you guys. Pen back.
Yes, round of applause to all of you. Thank you guys for joining, for participating. Yes, Gabby, you are free to go. Thank you for joining us. And yeah, so we look forward to seeing you guys at the next event, next advising session, tutoring session. It was fun having you guys here.
Sorry.
What did you Google to find that? Oh, it's from your phone? Let's see.
I forgot I was on mute. Yeah, it was on my phone, but my phone's been lagging. Just turns off automatically. I had to go quick.
Aw. We should have put you in charge of our music then.
I know, right?
No, to actual music, I only listen like kind of like Frank Sinatra.
That's dope. See, that would have been cool to play during our time.
You know Frank Sinatra?
Frank Sinatra?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, oldie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. I like Fly to the Moon.
Nice.
So nice.
All right, here's our elevator music.
Kind
Can
of
you
like elevator music, no?
Yeah, I think they do play some when you go to like malls and stuff. Like the nicer ones.
I would rather be stuck in an elevator.
Can you guys hear it?
You can hear it. We're going to have to start playing.
Alrighty, guys. So if you guys are good, let us know if you guys have any questions.
Yes, does anybody have any last minute questions? Everyone fill out the form. I'm curious to know who Riptide the Frog is. Riptide the Frog, would you mind sharing your name and school with us?